Welcome back to Conquest of Nerath. It is the Vailin elves' turn, and I think I'm going to do this all in one video. I think we can probably handle the time, might be around 20 minutes, instead of cutting them in half. Alright, so without further ado, let's get going. The elves draw a event card to start with, and they get Trade Route. And it says, play during your move step. Choose another realm with a land space as adjacent to a sea space containing a Vailin warship. You gain 4 gold, and the chosen realm gains 2 gold. Ooh, that's a good way to buff up gold. Alright, so speaking of the move turn, we're going to do that next. So I'm going to be zooming in different locations, and of course moving pieces. So let me do that. So first up, we're going to move the 1, 2, 3 fighters into this dungeon. And then I'm just going to kind of scoot up the coast here. And we're going to fly this dragon 1, 2, 3 into this space and attack the fighter and monster there. And then I think I am going to move... I don't think I'm going to move anything else in that location, so let's go to the other areas of the board. All right, another move. I'm going to take in a lot of risks this time. The Storm Elemental is going to go 1, 2, and attack this lone Hobgoblin over there. And then down here, I'm going to move the boat 1 space, 2 spaces here, and we're going to pick up the wizard that's on the island right here. And we're going to deposit him into this dungeon. Again, taking a wild risk. May not pay off. However, victory points is the name of the game. Let me just readjust slightly again, and we'll do the last movements. Alright, and we're going to barrel in with 1, 2, 3 archers here, and a siege engine, and a storm elemental, all piling into this red goblin space that has a dragon and 3 hobgoblin defenders. And then we'll move the 1 fighter into this location and the 1 fighter into this location. And we may as well move the siege engine as well to this location. So that is going to conclude all of the movements. So let's get to, I'm going to write the pieces, and then we're going to do all the battles. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, of course, the elves being smart, are going to go and delve into this dungeon. There's only 1 guardian here, and it is Drow Raiders. They roll a 6 and a 12, and they have a reward of +1 gold. But let's not forget the elves have boots of speed, which means all of their fighters now gain first strike. So let's go to the dice tray and roll. Alright, so our elves have first strike. They're going to be rolling 3d10. And let's see if they can get 2 hits. And they get 1 hit only. And so that's going to remove the d6 from the drow. But they do get the retaliation, of course, with the d12. And they roll a 10. So one of our fighters is eliminated. But we also have the Rod of Resurrection. It says, once during your turn, when any of your heroes is destroyed, you can spend a gold to place the hero in any friendly space. So I'm going to spend the 1 gold, and I'm going to place him right back here in the vast plains, just so we know what's going on there. All right, the next round, they're going to press the attack. The Drow Raiders only have 1d12. We have 2d10s. And first strike, and we miss. Ooh, that's terrible. And the Drow Raiders miss. So we get first strike ability again. And there's a 7. Drow is defeated. And he doesn't get to strike back because our fighters have first strike. And the rewards on this one is gain 1 gold. So we're going to get that gold back that we just used. So we'll just take that now so don't forget. Let's go to the board. Alright, so our fighter successfully delved and defeated the Guardian of White Plume Mountain. And that's going to get them a treasure card. And it is the Philosopher's Stone. Play at any time, which will be right now. Ooh, it's worth 2 victory points. The property is your realm's income increases by 1. Oh, that's pretty good. So it's a free gold at the end of every turn, plus 2 victory points. So that's pretty awesome. Let's go over to the point tracker and score those 2 points. All right, a successful dungeon delving for the elves. That's going to put them up 2 points. 11, 12. They're now tied again with Karkoth and the Iron Circle at 12 points. Let's go back to the board. The next battle on a Hobgoblin space, or Iron Circle space, is the Storm Elemental versus the Hobgoblin. Now, because it's on a land space, the Storm Elemental is only going to be rolling one die, but it's going to be a D8, and the Hobgoblin defense is a D6. So let's go to the board, dice tray, and get rolling. Okay, the Elven Storm Elemental is going to roll a 4, which is a miss. And the Hobgoblin defense is a 1, which is also a miss, suppressing the attack, of course. They roll a 3. The Hobgoblins roll a 3. Come on, Storm Elemental. Rolls an 8. Hobgoblin is destroyed, but it gets a retaliation. A 2. It does not destroy the Storm Elemental. Let's go back to the board. All right, the Elven Storm Elemental, successful. We're going to put a claim marker on their Elven marker, and that was an Iron Circle land, and so we're going to get one more victory point for the humans and elves. Let's go to the victory point track. Okay, another victory point for the humans and elves. That's going to bring them to 13 points. One ahead now of Karkoth and the Iron Circle. It's back to the board. We have some more battles to do. And I was forgetting about our ploy to go into this dungeon, but let's do it now. We have a wizard going into the Lost Caverns of Sotanth. And we are going to be fighting a giant spider, rolling a d6 and a d8. That could be pretty tough, but it's worth a risk. All right, let's go to the dice tray and let's roll that dungeon plundering attack. All right, so we have our Elven Wizard with first strike. Rolls an 8. That's going to knock the d6 off the giant spider. It just gets to roll the d8. It rolls a 3. Ooh, can we get lucky? The Elven Wizard again rolls another 8 and takes the spider down. That is unbelievable, but we'll take it. Giant spider is eliminated. Successful plundering of that dungeon. Let's go back to the board. Wow, okay, that was a long shot. However, our Elven Wizard manages to plunder the dungeon successfully. And that's going to get them a treasure card. And they get the Orb of Storms. Play at the start of a battle or play at the end of a game round. Well, we can play at the start of a battle because we have another one coming up immediately. And it says your warships gain first strike. So we're going to play this right now. 2 more victory points. Wow, that is awesome. All right. And speaking of another battle, that's going to be taking place right here with the Storm Elemental, Siege Engine, 3 Elven Archers against a Dragon, and 3 Hobgoblins. So that's 2 more victory points. Let's go to the victory point tracker. Wow, I still can't believe that we pulled that off. That was a total gamble, but the elves 2 more victory points, 14, 15. Now remember, the first one that gets to 20 at the end of a full round is the winner. We're the alliance of human and elves, only 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 away. Let's go back to the board. All right, so this is a contested Hobgoblin space. We have a ton of Elven units. Dragon and 3 Hobgoblins. Let's go to the dice tray and get rolling a lot of dice. All right, so the elves are gearing up for an attack. They're going to use Arrow Volley. It says play at the start of a battle. Vailin's foot soldiers in this battle gain first strike until the end of the battle. So our archers get first strike. A rain of arrows strikes down before they can attack. So we're going to be playing that, which means our 3 Elven archers get first strike ability. And we're also... okay, let's hang on. They miss everything, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to play Primal Surge as well. Play when you miss with at least 1 attack roll in a battle round. Reroll all your missed attack rolls this battle round. You must keep the new result. If you play this card during a first strike phase, you may also reroll any other missed attack rolls during the battle round. The forces of nature guide the attacks of the Vailin warrior. So this is going to allow us basically a reroll of every attack. So the 3 first strike archers missed. See if we can get 1 hit out of them. Ooh, we do get a 6. That's an immediate kill because it's first strike. That Hobgoblin is not going to get to retaliate. And now we have a D8 for the Storm Elemental and 2 for the Siege Engine, and we get to re-roll these if they're missed as well. We have 1 hit, so we're going to re-roll the 2 misses. Come on. And we get 2 more misses. So, well, we do another hit. That is going to take the 1 more Hobgoblin away. However, they're going to be rolling a D20 and a D6. And they roll a 14, which is 1 hit against us. So our Elven unit goes away. And probably should have done a damage to the dragon, but oh well, didn't. So now the Vailin elves get first strike again. Oh, 2 5s, that's too bad. And 3 more d8s. Come on, let's do some damage here. A 4, 3, and a 2, which is nothing. And they get d6 and d20 again. A 1 and a 3, that's a miss. Okay, back over to the elves. First strike, a 6. Immediately does a hit, so they're going to take a damage to the dragon this time. But we have 3 d8s. Come on, let's do 2 more here. A 6, that's 1 more hit. They're going to remove the hobgoblin. However, they get retaliative strike as well. D6 and a d20. 7 and a 1, so that's 1 hit. Our 1 elven archer goes away. A wounded dragon, come on. A 6, first strike. Wow, these elven archers. The red Iron Circle dragon is defeated, does not even get to retaliate. Let's go back to the board. That was pretty awesome. All right, the elves have successfully defeated the hobgoblins. All I can say is do not mess with those elven footman archers. Wow, they're nasty. We're going to put on a conquest token, and that's going to be another victory point. Let's go to the victory point. Right, those elves just smoking this turn. 15 to 16 points. We're only 4 away now from 20. That is not even the end of all battles. We still have a dragon battle to happen, so let's go over and take a look at that. Okay, the last battle that's going to happen is the dragon versus a monster and a fighter. Let's go and roll the dice for that one. And this is a Karkoth land, so if the dragon captures it, it would be another victory point. Let's get rolling some dice. All right, it's the dragon versus a fighter and a zombie Hulk. We roll a 6, barely. So we do 1 damage. It's going to remove their fighter. That's what they want to do. They roll a d10, a d12. They roll a couple of 2s. Ooh, could it be? No. All right, the dragon. It's to roll again. A 3. Okay, the monster rolls a 10. The dragon takes a hit. I thought we were going to pull this off, and a 12. Monster is defeated. But does the monster kill the dragon? The monster rolls a 1. Unbelievable. The elves, another victory. Wow, back to the map we go. Another elven victory on an enemy territory. We're going to put down a conquest token, and wow, that is going to be another victory point. Let's go to the victory point track. This is just unreal this turn. All right, the elves and men tearing into the lead, 17 points. They've left the Karkoth Iron Circle in the dust. That's been a very, very successful turn. Let's get now to the next phase, which is reposition. All right, so our wizard here has to move out of the dungeon. The dungeon, of course, will get restocked with a couple of new guardians, and we're going to leave this storm elemental where it is. We have a dragon and a storm elemental left to reposition. All right, so we're going to take the dragon here. We're not too concerned about this because even if Karkoth takes it back, it's just a reclaiming of territory, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 over here, and we're going to take this storm elemental and go 1, 2. So we're going to shore up this point so that nobody can take anything away. All right, that's going to be repositioning done. So now it's reinforcement. The elves have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 gold to spend, so let's get buying and moving units. Just before we buy units, I forgot we have to reposition these fighters. They're going to move out here. And we have to restock this White Plume Mountain dungeon as well with 2 new guardians. All right, now let's get to buying and placing and moving new units. Okay, so the units the elves are going to buy is 1 dragon, 2 fighters, 1 wizard, which you can't really see there, 1 wizard, and a storm elemental. And that's going to be the total of 14 gold. Let's go to the board, place units, and move them. Okay, so we're going to put 4 units here. We're going to put the dragon, the storm elemental, and the wizard here. So the storm elemental is going to move actually into the sea space. The dragon will move onto the emerald blade, and the wizard's going to move up here as well. And we're going to leave this castle exposed, but I don't think anyone can get there anyway, so we're not going to worry too much about it. And it rolls a d20 for defense. All right, over to the other castle, and we're going to put our 2 leaders. All right, so the 2 leaders are going to show up at our capital. And they're going to move 1 here and 1 to 1 here. So we have 5 leaders if we need to go into any other dungeons. All right, we're going to zoom out. We're going to collect gold, and that's going to be the end of the Vailin Alliance. Unbelievable point-scoring turn. Okay, it's been tallied. The elves have 15 land spaces under their control, so that's going to be 15 gold. And they now have the Philosopher's Stone, the treasure they got from plundering a dungeon, and it says your realm's income increases by 1. So they're going to get 1 bonus gold there. So they're going to have a total of 16 gold for next turn. Wow, what an unbelievable turn for the elves. We are now 17 points for elves and men versus 12 for Karkoth and the Iron Circle. Up next, of course, will be the Iron Circle's turn. Wow, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the continuation of Conquest of Nerath, round 2. We're going to be doing the Iron Circle, see if they can make up some of the lost ground in points. All right, thanks so much. Join me next time.